Now arrives the hour of action.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it.
For depriving us in many cases of the benefits of trial by jury.
To subject us to a jurisdiction foreign to our Constitution and unacknowledged by our laws.
All experience hath shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer, while evils are sufferable, than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed.
But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security.
We mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor.
And we're going to take our country back from these people.
Back our constitutional God-given rights. You damn right. You damn right.
Now arrives the hour of...
You damn right. You damn right. The days of profiting off the destruction of our family. What do we want? Justice! The days of profiting off the destruction of our family. You damn right. Days of profiting off the destruction of our family. What do we want? Justice! The days of profiting off the destruction of our family.
And we're going to take our country back from these people.
You damn right. You damn right.
Now arrives the hour of action.
Boom. God, I love that opening. I need a louder boom, something a little bit more drawn out. I'm going to keep this short. First, welcome to the first annual in Clarkesville, Georgia, Remembrance of Nancy Scheafer event, live at 5 show every weekday at 5 p.m. Eastern. So if I had called you today and we didn't get a chance to talk, that's because I would like to put you on a more formal schedule to promote the event locally, and also give us a better understanding of who's going to speak when. I think it's okay for me to say, although I won't say any names, I've been in touch with the family, which is amazing. We have their blessing. They may be in attendance or not. I'm not 100%. But with that being said, this has moved a little bit further. I mean, the way I wanted, but I almost didn't expect any contact with them, and they maybe they'd even hear about it after the fact and welcome us next year. So because it's moving ahead the way I was hoping, having it a little bit more formal, so you know, now that I know family knows, friends and colleagues know. Some are coming, like the sheriff of Habersham County, who is very close to the family. He'll be there, and I want to be able to send them something that says this is when the performers are going to be performing and who is performing. There's 5 people singing, and of course along with that comes a few words, obviously, and then who is going to speak and what about and approximately what time ish. So if you got a call for me today, please call me back, because I'd like to have that done by tomorrow, because we only have 2 weeks to go. And I'll be leaving 2 weeks from today. So please get back to me as soon as you can. Also, if you are going and you would like to speak, let me know. If we've met before and I've heard you speak before, and for some reason I didn't call you, then it must have slipped my mind. But I'm pretty sure I covered everybody. And if you're coming and we've already met in person and you want to speak, just please let me know. And if we haven't met and you'd like a chance to speak, there'll be time for a little bit of an open mic. I'm hoping, if people show up and want to speak who are coming last minute or don't see the show or know that I'm making a schedule, because that'll happen. Let me look at this stuff. Charles, I'm here. Thanks for the invite, Brother Ed Elliott. Yes. Tony. Hey, Lee. How's it going? Hey, Belinda. Hey, Melanie. Linda S. Olson, Indiana Grandma. Nice to see you. Holly. Yeah, it's great. I'm, like I've said, and I told the family, in creating artwork, and, especially her signature, which I spent like 5 hours on, it certainly wasn't out of any disrespect, or even thinking about how I would feel if it was my mother. The reason to have an event in Georgia is kind of like the same reason you would go to like Jerusalem, if you were very religious. We want to, not having ever met Nancy, she's iconic to me. First you hear about the controversy, which in this situation we're not really going to talk about, out of respect for the family. But that of course catches your eye, and then you listen to her speak and you listen to interviews and realize how entrenched she was, and I don't know if entrenched is the right word, but how involved she was in trying to help us and help change things for families and children. So to me, she's kind of like idolized, I'll never have a chance to speak with her or meet her, and you can only imagine the good she would do today with a Trump administration. I'm sure she'd be right on his team. So it's a huge loss for us and obviously the family, and like Belinda and Martha and some others have said, we want to keep this very respectful of the family, and not dwell as much on how she died, but more celebrating her life and what she did for us. So Ed has joined us as usual. This is becoming a constant for the new Live at 5 show. Hello, Ed. How are you?
Hello. I'm hanging in here, buddy.
So I'm
in Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Yep.
Yes. Belinda says anyone who wants to speak can send me a PM with topic of what you want to speak. Yeah. Utilize Belinda, please. Without her help, this wouldn't be moving forward the way it is.
Yeah, Charles Sacker will. I know that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me.
He did write it in. He did write it in your thing on Facebook.
Okay, cool. I'll get in touch with Charles. Fantastic. She has empowered many of us. Oh, there he is. There's Charles. So let's talk, Charles. He says, "Yo, brother Ed." Oh, well, I'm sure you can see the comments.
Yeah, I seen. No, not now. I can't.
Oh.
But I did see it.
Amanda from Plant City, Florida. I hope you're coming up from Florida. If you're looking for a carpooler, Amanda, Rebecca T. Link wants to come up from Orlando. Plant City is pretty close to Orlando, I think. Tiffany, I believe you're in Missouri or Tennessee. I hope you can come to the event. So like I said, I wanted to keep this really short for rewatchability so people know to get in touch with me or Belinda to speak, so we can literally get a schedule done by like tomorrow and get it out in the newspaper and everything. So if I've called you, call me back. If it's busy, leave me a message, because I've been on the phone all day. I'm literally, we got 18 inches of snow. I still have more to shovel. I'm wearing the same shirt as yesterday because I've been so busy. That's why I'm wearing the hat. I couldn't, yeah.
Couldn't decorate yourself.
I couldn't decorate. I couldn't put on couldn't get my hair did and all the makeup and eyeliner. Yeah. So, I'm looking over the comments. Yeah, Terry, please get in touch with me. 3 hours north. I don't know if I can. I may be in court. Yeah, well, if you, if it's your weekend with your children, or you have to be in court Monday, obviously, Yes, and what was told to me is, in the area. I'm just gonna mute the background noise for a second. Sorry. I was thinking about getting a dog. It'd be nice, maybe a Springer Spaniel. I knew a Springer Spaniel named Bo. He was a nice. Anyways, ADD, you gotta love it. Everybody's got a little of it. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. Unless, of course, you are a surgeon. You're snow bunnying as well, yeah. Yeah, so 18 inches, I'm still not done. It's very wet snow. Perfect for snowball fights. Or snowmen. I totally lost my train of thought. Yes, Terry, I'm so glad you could make it, and I want to talk to you about speaking about whatever you want to, but definitely mentioning your website, Medical Kidnap. That's something that I'd really love to have discussed there, and you do so much amazing work. Almost every day I get a message from you about a new article on that website. There's not very many people who are constantly updating things like the way you are, and I really appreciate it and want to give you as much fanfare as I possibly can, or get your work out there as much as I possibly can. So I want to have you, and I'd love to hear you speak. I think I heard you speak briefly in September. So that would be great. Please get in touch with me so I can just get, well, I know your name. I just need a title of what you're going to speak about, whether it's going to be actually medical kidnap or your own story or something completely different. Whatever you want to speak about. Waiting to hear back from Brian Kinter. He just wants to talk to his son, Zach. And so make sure everything's cool there. But he's almost 100%. Jeff Morgan is definitely coming, and he'll be speaking about his own, I have my list somewhere, about his own experience, how CPS destroyed his family. Belinda, of course, will be speaking. My speech will be interesting. There's a speech of Nancy's that I'd like to reference, and I've just barely started working on it. But more or less, I just want to open it up and get things going and allow everybody else to speak. So let's see. Terry, I will be speaking about medical kidnap. That is a massively huge topic in and of itself. Okay, beautiful. Done. On the schedule. I don't even need to write it down because I'll remember that. You don't need fanfare. I just want to see families restored. I know. But the more we can get your message out there, the better. Oh, there's Brian calling me right now. All right, let's see what he has to say. Put him on speakerphone. Let's see. Mr. Kinter, how are you? Yep, I can. We're live right now. If you want to say hi. Yep.
Okay. How the hell do I get tied in with you guys like you do that other stuff?
Well, right now, if you wanted to jump on real quick, if you go to your computer or your phone, whichever device you'd like, and open up Zoom, because I'm pretty sure you have it downloaded both on your computer and your phone, and then just click join meeting, and then enter that second number on the screen, which is 376-657.
Hold on.
Okay, all right.
37?
Yep, 376.
Yeah.
657.
Yeah.
800.
Okay. I'll do it now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if you want to jump on now, we can chat. Cool. Yep, bye. All right, Mr. Brian Kinter, you're so polite. Again, met him in DC in 2016, and my jaw dropped when he started telling a story, because that's the first time I really heard anybody else's story in person. I read a few online and stuff, but oh my gosh. And he's a great speaker. I mean, when you talk to Brian just on the phone, it's usually a lengthy conversation. He has a lot to say, and has a similar opinion to all of us, but always unique. Sometimes a unique angle. Blah, blah, blah. Unique angle. It's a funny angle. So let's see if he comes on. Let's see. Let's look at the comments. All right. Static. Oh, from the phone. I would like to speak on children dying in the care of government and non-government child welfare systems, and they're covering them up or doing little to anything about them. Yeah, Well, that's part of the more we do, the more vocal we are, the more events we can all attend, the more people will understand what's going on, and that way, the more likely it will get on the news. If, let's say Fox puts up a video about what you're saying, Charles, and the ratings go down. Well, they're unlikely to redo it. If the ratings go up, they're likely to redo it. And luckily, what was that? Fox 7 or Fox 17 out of Tennessee. Man, I should have that guy's name. But they did such an amazing job with Tori Harper's story. You know, just me posting it on my own profile got 170,000 views. You know, that's huge. That means the public is interested. A lot of people still watch the regular, you know, their local TV. So, excuse me, if going to Georgia will help local people be more interested in our cause, then we'll see an upsurge of news coverage about these topics locally in Georgia. And I think not only could we possibly see more legislative support out of Georgia from this event, but also the community, especially the religious community, Southern Baptist, obviously. All right, there is Brian Kinter. Admit. All right, I see your video, Brian. So now we just need to get your audio. So let me make sure. So yeah, you were saying you have no sound. Let's figure that out. I'm gonna get this backup camera on so I can. Okay, and that's my other camera. All right, can you hear me, Brian? You can't hear me? No. All right, I guess we'll have to stay on the line. I'm going to finish this up because I wanted to keep it to like a half an hour anyways, so people will watch it and get on the speakers list hopefully by tomorrow. So let me wrap this up and then we'll figure out your audio issue, okay? But you can't hear me. So we can't. I'll have to call him and figure this out. So maybe tomorrow he could join us. Ed, thank you again for coming on the show. Thank you everybody for watching. Michael McDonald, hello. It's Ted, not Todd, though. That's cool. Okay. Michael McDonald got appointed to the bar. Fee Dispute Committee as a lay member. Awesome. All right. Oh, okay. Belinda will be on tomorrow. All right, guys. I'm gonna shut this down so people who are just getting out of work or are still working over on the West Coast will rewatch this if it's under a half an hour. So I love you all. We'll be live tomorrow with Belinda, and we'll figure out Brian's audio issue, and he'll join us tomorrow as well. I love you guys. Have a wonderful night.
Now
concludes
the hour of action.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it.
For depriving us in many cases of the benefits of trial by jury,
to subject us to a jurisdiction foreign to our Constitution and unacknowledged by our laws.
All experience hath shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer, while evils are sufferable, than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed.
But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security.
We mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor.
And we're going to take our country back from these people.